All right, let's move on to Ian Hamilton and Cooperative Extension's MOU.
Memorandum of Agreement of Understanding.
Memorandum of Understanding. And I brought along, this is Comeau. He's the,
How you do?
well, I'll let him say his title. I get those mixed up.
Finance and Human Resources with Cooperative Extension.
How long have you been working for Extension?
I was Wildlife Extension Specialist in 2001, and then was working with Wendy and Peter actually in 2006 as the Forestry and Wildlife Program Leader.
Okay.
And then just recently became Finance and Human Resources.
Are you involved with Jim Grady?
You bet.
And taking over his position, maybe?
Yes.
He must be ready to retire.
I think he is, but we're stringing him along. He is a very valuable resource, as I think you know, to us, and so he's been kind of my mentor still.
Yep. I did talk with him on the phone just the other day,
right.
Regarding the MOUs at the New Hampshire Association of Counties. And I will, as president of that group, I will work with our executive director to see that that takes place, and it will take place up in North Conway when we have our meeting in October. Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
As I mailed, I had called and talked to two of you, and I left, Asha was on vacation, so I left her a message. And I emailed you a copy of the Memorandum of Understanding, the same as the delegation. I do have, I'll leave one extra copy. I forgot to bring extra copies of that. I have the original in one copy, but for anyone that would like to look at that. Basically, the changes, or let's say every 6 years since 1957. Well, it wasn't every 6 years, but the first one was signed way back.
Signed by
Gene
Representative Chandler's father.
Exactly.
From up in Bartlett.
Absolutely. That's how long ago it was.
I think it's still in your file, because I had it when I was...
It's probably still in my file.
Right.
Because those have moved offices a couple of times. But basically, it's a memorandum of understanding between the University System of New Hampshire and the Carroll County Convention and Commissioners. And what it does, it outlines what each party will do in terms of supporting cooperative extension. It talks about some of the RSAs that are in place to support that the counties may support cooperative extension in funding. So with that, we've done we do have extra copies of this. This is, if anyone wants a copy, Daryl brought a few. This is based on the UNH Re-Extension Final Report, Reinvent, Reconnect, and Reinvigorate Cooperative Extension. Due to our budget cuts at the state level, we've reorganized cooperative extension to be a stronger organization. And we do have extras for the public here also. Basically what it does on page 2, it outlines what UNH Cooperative Extension will provide in terms of supporting cooperative extension. And then on the 3rd page, it talks about what the Carroll County Convention and Commissioners will support. And as I went over on Monday with the delegation, it's to give consideration to the support of UNH Cooperative Extension as its current practice and as outlined in the report, and to ensure that county government will afford full and timely opportunities for communication with UNH Cooperative Extension, and to provide a representative of the County Convention and Commissioners to serve on the County Cooperative Extension Advisory Council, which Commissioner Solomon does at this point, serve as the commissioner rep. And then it will also talk, it also goes on to talk about how the Carroll County Extension Advisory Council and our chair, Noreen McDonald, oversees, along with the county office administrator, oversees the funds that come in. And Daryl will talk a little bit more about some of the changes that will be going in place with the funding. So, and as it talks about that each party, every party has to do the agreement that with 6 months written notice to the other party may cancel or support the report, the memorandum of understanding. It's signed by the chair of the Carroll County Commissioners, chair of the Carroll County Delegation, which Betsy signed on Monday, Representative Patton, Dean and Director of Cooperative Extension, the President of the University of New Hampshire, and the Carroll County Extension Advisory Council Chair. With that.
Then the next set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Ed?
I just had a question first.
Sure, and did you want a copy of what the MOU
Oh,
is?
sure. I just wanted, do you have a working relationship with with Tom Kelly at all?
Who?
Of the Office of the Sustainability Programs of UNH?
Daryl. They know that more than I would. Tom Kelly?
We certainly do talk with them as another colleague at the University of New Hampshire, and know a little. What's that? And know a little bit about his programs.
Do you collaborate with him to do what you specifically do?
It just depends on the programs. So if we have something of mutual interest, we might certainly.
What about the Carsey Institute? Do you collaborate with them?
Absolutely, yes.
So you're working with the United Way with the New Hampshire Listens program?
I think so.
They are.
Yeah, I guess I'm not quite the program person as I used to be, so I don't know all the things that we do, but I know that we work with Carsey.
And what about the Granite State Future Agreement? Are you involved with that at all?
I'm not familiar
Yes,
with that.
the Charlie French with the Community and Economic Development Team. He is the team leader for that program area. He would know in detail what the arrangement is with that. New Hampshire Listens. From what I understand, it's the request through Carsey, and I believe it's then through Cooperative Extension to facilitate some of the listening sessions that will be going on.
Because I videotaped one in Laconia.
Okay.
It was pretty interesting.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.